I feel like absolute crap after having breakfast early, but
3, 2, 1. Lovely. Savage running. Stay with me. Come on, man. Stay with me.
good morning. It is 6 a.m. Thursday morning. About to jump into this bad boy. It's not going to be that cold because it was about 20 or 21 degrees yesterday, so it'll be cold for someone who's not used to it, and it'll be enough to kind of shock my system a little bit at the start, but not really as cold as I'd like it. But saving up for a chiller, so we'll get there. But just got to use the old fishing net to get the flies out, and then we're good to go. So today's going to be a fun one. I'm going to get my VO2 max and lactate tested, which basically is a fancy way of saying kind of how fit you are, but to make sure that you're running at the right intensities to get the most benefit. So a lot of people's easy pace runs are too hard, so that you're training too hard to get the easy pace benefits. And then likewise, the medium sessions aren't medium, the hard sessions aren't hard enough, or are too hard maybe. So just making sure training in the right intensity. So that's the plan. I have to finish this, wait the kids do the school runs, do a bit of work, and then we're testing at 11. Something else I have to do this morning is have breakfast. So I don't normally eat till like 11, even if I'm up at 6, sometimes 12. Because I'm not trying to fast or anything. I'm never hungry. It's just genetics, and it's just the way I'm wired. So I'll have to force some food into me this morning to make sure I have some fuel in the tank for this test, and then give it my best shot, and then potentially do some more training later on, because I missed the training day yesterday because I took a rest day before this test. Now really, one rest day won't make a difference in the long run, but in my head it's kind of annoying me a little bit, so that's just my own thing. But yeah. School run's done. So coffee this week is from PS Coffee Roasters, maybe the original coffee place in Nice. I could be completely making that up, but certainly the first nice place that I knew of. So gonna get that into me. I feel like absolute crap after having breakfast early, but it needed to be done. Like I feel real heavy or something like that. My body's just not used to it at all. The test is at 11 o'clock and it's 8:42. So lots of time to let food digest, maybe get a walk in, try and kind of loosen myself up and just do a couple hours work. And then we will hit the road. It is about 20 minutes to Blessington, which is where the test is. So going to get there nice and early, get a warm up in, and convince Jack, who's doing the testing, to talk on camera and let me video the whole thing, which won't be an issue, hopefully.
You're never gonna make it, you're not good enough. There's a million other people with the same stuff. You really think you're different? Man, you must be kidding. Think you're gonna hit it, but you just don't get it. It's impossible, it's not probable, you're irresponsible. Too many obstacles, you gotta stop it, yo. You gotta take it slow, you can't be a pro. Don't waste your time no more. Who the fuck are you to tell me what to do? I don't give a damn if you say you disapprove. I'm gonna make my move, I'm gonna make it soon. And I'll do it cause it's what I wanna fucking do. Cause all these opinions...
Oh, you think darkness is your ally? You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it, molded by it. I didn't see the light until I was already a man. By then it was nothing to me but blinding.
Again, what it's measuring is, as you breathe in, it measures, hey, how much oxygen was in that air. And then as you breathe out, it goes how much oxygen was in that air, and that difference in between this is going to be the oxygen that you've consumed. Okay, so that's what the mask is essentially measuring. The other thing it's measuring then is not just oxygen concentration, but how much air you're breathing in and out. Okay, so your total ventilation. So we can get your respiratory frequency, have your heart rate here. This is the oxygen concentration as you're breathing it out. So again, your expired air, and then this is your VO2. So this is your VO2 figure relative to what your mass is per minute. So then we can see your ventilation here. Okay, so you're currently breathing around 25 to 30 liters per minute in and out. And then this is your VO2 here. So this is the number we want to get like as far north as we can. That being said, I don't want you to worry about it at all throughout the test. I just want you to focus on smooth, controlled, steady, nice running. The more controlled you are, the steadier you are, the further you're going to be able to go. And when we get to those later stages, I'm gonna get you going. I'm gonna drive you out. Okay? Do you have any questions or anything? Savage, man. Nice and steady. Enjoy it as well. It's fun. All right. Do you want to go straight to the next one? Yeah. So you crank that up to 9. All right. So once you get to 9, I'm going to start it here, and then we're going to start our first 6-minute stage. So even if it's a slow jog, yeah. Perfect. Begin test phase. Lovely. So again, 6-minute stages. Once you get into that last, once you hit like 5 minutes 30, or so once you hit 5 minutes, sorry, I'm going to put that clipboard in front of you and ask you some of those questions. Once you hit 5:30, I'm going to count you down, you step off, take a quick blood sample, and then we get you back on once you hit that 6 minutes 1K fast, all right? Everything nice and steady, everything nice and smooth. Last 30 seconds, where would you put that?
3.
3?
Yeah.
Lovely stuff. Keep going. Ten seconds, keep going. 5, 3, 2, 1. Lovely, feet either side. Perfect. So there's a small scab there. There you go. Lovely stuff. Okay, Matt, you're going to go again in 10.
Do you think you should run with the breathing all the time?
3, 2, 1. Off you go. Say again.
We'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
Nice. Again, everything looking really nice. Where are you now?
3.
3 again. Good. Keep going. Nice and steady. 5, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Excellent. Feeling good? Feeling all right?
Yeah, feel good.
Good. Everything's picking up really nicely. All right, so a really good test coming up. Just keep everything nice and smooth. Okay, we're going to go back up again.
The gradient hits different. The gradient makes a difference.
It makes a difference. That would be, it should only be subtle though.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be much, but that will represent outside running as best as possible. 3, 2, 1, off we go.
Through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays, and on we'll go. Through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
30 seconds, Matt. Where are you?
4 maybe.
If you had to pick a number 4, yeah?
Yeah.
Good man, keep going. 25 seconds, nice and steady. 4, 2, 1, lovely, excellent. Feeling all right? Good, everything picking up really nicely. Really good test coming up, all right? So again, just take it a stage at a time, nice and steady. Lovely stuff. Okay, man, gonna go again. We're going in 6, 3, 2, 1, off we go. Again, everything picking up really nicely.
The highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays, and on we'll go through the wasteland.
Good, Matt, where are you?
4 to 5.
If you had to pick a number, which one?
4.
Good, keep going. Everything's looking really good. 20 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely, excellent. Feeling okay? Everything feeling good? Really good test coming up, alright? So breathe, relax, keep everything nice and steady.
And I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around.
Where are you? 6, good, keep going. 3, 2, 1, lovely, excellent. Breathe, relax. Feeling all right?
Yeah.
Good man. I know you're working hard, but that running is still looking really, really good. You're still comfy, and we're still off that 5K pace yet, so I just want you to focus in big time. We've got a really good test coming up, okay? Lovely stuff. Okay. We got time, ready? 2, 1, off you go. Nice, man. Big time now. Still well within control, man. Trust me when I say that, okay? Still well within control.
Feel like a dynamite, ready to explode right up in the sky. I need you to listen, I need you to hear it.
Where are you? Oh, good man. Keep going. This is good. "20 seconds, Matt. Go, go, go. 3, 2, 1. Lovely.
Yeah.
Savage running. Stay with me. Come on, Matt. Stay with me. Your next one is going to be your 5K pace, all right? Trust yourself. I know you're working hard, but you have it in you, okay? You produce your biggest VO2 max figures towards the end of the stage. So I want you to try and stay on for as long as you can, okay? You're going to get a breakthrough eventually towards the end of that stage, all right? And I want you to push through. Okay? Big set coming up, all right? Big set. Okay, man, whenever you're ready, off you go. Let's go. Good, man. I know you're working hard, so come on. Dig in now. Big set. Nice, man. We're in the mid-60s. These are your biggest numbers yet. Numbers are still climbing. Good. Breathe. Relax. Let that come right back down. Breathe. Nice and steady. Where are you?
9.
Good. Breathe, relax, nice and steady. I'm gonna get you back on, we're gonna go for a walk, okay? Nicely done, you feeling all right? They're tough because those stages are so long.
Yeah.
They are tough, all right? But this is going to be most informative when we look at your training, all right? Really good test, yeah? Breathe, relax, get everything to come back down. I'm going to get you walking for about 2 minutes. Then I'm going to take the mask off you and I'll get you to stay walking for another bit, okay? Just go feet either side for a second. There you go. Feels good? How you feeling now? Heart rate coming back down? Good. Just stay there for another minute or two. So, what would you like to know first?
How did I do?
You did really, really well, okay? So usually what most people are interested in is first straight away their VO2 max, okay? So your maximal oxygen uptake, or your maximetric, so your maximal oxygen uptake at any point is 63.7. So this is when you hear a VO2 max score, this is the score that you would normally see, or this is what they're referring to. So just to explain this to you, it means 63.7 milliliters of oxygen being consumed per kilogram body weight per minute, okay? If you compare this to other men of your age, similar ages, you're in the top 1%, okay? So very, very good. Yes, absolutely. So just in relation to this figure, when you are looking at it from a health and fitness standpoint, the higher your VO2 max is, the better you are going to be when it comes to all-cause mortality or any sort of metabolic syndrome like type 2 diabetes, dyslipidemia, or anything to do with the heart, coronary vascular disease, coronary heart disease, any of those. The higher your VO2 max is, the better standing you are when it comes to just being in much better health, okay? When you start seeing people who are becoming chronically ill, or they're starting to suffer from type 2 diabetes or coronary heart disease or anything, the first thing they start noticing is their VO2 max starts dropping. Their body's ability to utilize oxygen starts dropping lower and lower and lower. If you look at some individuals who are coming back from recovery from a heart attack, sometimes they'll get them on to do a VO2 max test and their figures can be as low as 8, 9, 10, like, so very, very low. So their ability to utilize oxygen becomes very, very compromised when you're in poor health. So just by keeping a high VO2 max will keep you in the best conditions for a long, healthy, good life as well. So from a health and fitness perspective, just that, keeping the VO2 max so high is crucial. From a performance perspective, you can imagine this is like your ceiling of where your current oxygen consumption ability is, okay? More important within it is where these thresholds lie. So for example, your maximal oxygen uptake occurred at 14 kilometers an hour, which is about, say, 417 minutes per kilometer pace, okay? So this is the minimum pace that elicits this top out speed. Your second ventilatory threshold, or your anaerobic threshold, occurred at 13.4. So this is where we would consider your long race paces to be. So this is like the point of maximal aerobic steady state. Anything up to this point, you can hold for long periods of time, especially if you're hydrating, if you're taking on board glucose, if you're not sweating too much, you're in a nice climate-controlled room or something like that, you'll be able to sustain this pace more or less, theoretically, indefinitely, okay? So as long as you have incoming food, incoming glucose, you have incoming carbohydrates, water, salt, electrolytes, you'll be able to sustain this for as long as you can sustain the fueling and everything else. Once you go above this point, you are then going to be running on borrowed time. The greater you exceed this point, the less time you're going to be able to run on, okay? So if you were to only improve or increase your pace by just a smidge on this, you might be able to sustain it for an hour and a half, 2 hours, so it could be close towards your marathon pace, right? If you were to exceed this by a good bit, you might only last maybe half an hour or so, maybe less. So for example, your 5K pace, which was 19 minutes, that was around 15.5 minutes per kilometer. So you managed to get beyond your minimal speed for VO2 max and then sustain that for another 15 minutes, okay? So in terms of your 5K pace, where you currently are at, I don't see much improvement there. Unless you shift your thresholds, you're already maxing that out. I haven't discussed about your half marathon or your full marathon, but they'll be close to where these max are, so I'll go through that in a second, okay? If we were to run you today, with the stars aligned, conditions perfect, you had you on a glucose drip, we had you hydrated, we had you in a climate controlled laboratory, I'd expect you, Matt, to run a 44 minute 10K, so sub 45 minute 10K, 134 half marathon, and a 309 full marathon. That would be like some very good points for you now, or some good goals. Now, obviously, these are much, much bigger in distance. There will be some training that will be required to do this, but with your current physiology, this is where I expect you to be, okay? Your zone 2 work, just to go off of this report here, your zone 2 work, this is kind of where we want to cap you. Again, not that you can't go faster than this, but anything faster than this, you're going to generate fatigue, and your low session will no longer be as low as it could be, okay? Keep your low sessions low, so your high sessions can be even higher. So there would be a couple of things, and I'm going to go through it now with the lactate. So the nice thing with the lactate is it's like a double confirmation. Okay, so one, we know where your thresholds are. The other thing as well is we can see like kind of not just where your thresholds occur or where like the lactate thresholds are, but also the shape of your curve, okay? So sometimes you might not want to actually change the thresholds, you might want to just change the shape of the curve, like keeping your lower side lower and then having the higher side come in. So one thing I would say is your top ends, like we want you getting up higher when it comes to, there's definitely some more anaerobic power that can come for you. So one thing you can do to help that, so ideally if we get you back in and we get you running that top end, we want this to push like 10, 15 millimoles, like really, really push. Like top end rowers that know how to go to the bin on a 2K row, they can be upwards of 20. So like really, really, you want to have a good kick on you as well. Like it's not just about steady state stuff, you also want to be able to have that kick too, okay?
They're not mentally right.
They're not mentally right, and I wouldn't compare yourself to them either. So when you want to improve your fitness, sometimes your VO2 max might not actually go up that much at all between sessions, and depending on your body weight changes, it might actually go down a little bit. But if you come back in and your thresholds are occurring at a faster speed, and you're hitting a faster speed to elicit your VO2 max, that's positive adaptation. So there's many ways you can measure fitness, but in a pure exercise physiology standpoint, if they're not occurring at faster thresholds, technically you have not improved your fitness, okay?
Job done. So that was actually really enjoyable, even though you saw me suffer quite a bit. But it's really good to have those benchmarks, to know that a lot of what we're doing is right. I just need to continue a lot of what I'm doing. So the easy pace runs are right where they should be. Like the threshold, the medium pace effort is right where it should be. I could do with, like Jack said, hitting that very top end a little bit more frequently. And that's going to see a lot of benefit for me. But in large part, the training, obviously, it's almost like Dina and Tom know what they're doing. But don't tell them I said that. I just need to continue doing what I'm doing, and I will continue getting fitter with the addition of that top end stuff, like maybe once a week or once or twice a week, depending on how I recover. And yeah, I really enjoyed that. Hope you guys enjoyed that in-depth dive into VO2 max. I know a few people have asked me about it once I posted on Instagram about it. But thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comments. Let me know what you want to see, because I do want to do a little bit of, I want to do a vlog, continue doing that once a week, but also want to do like some breakdown videos or maybe some nutrition stuff or some training stuff. So let me know what you'd like to see in the comments, or is it just the vlog stuff that you guys want to see? And if that is the case, then that's absolutely fine. Maybe we go to 2 week then, who knows? But yeah, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.